it's Beyond Manifesting here. Today, we're diving into something that's frequently asked about in the love assumption community, manifesting your specific person. Yes, if you've been struggling to make this happen, you're not alone. This video is for you. But let me ask you something, and I want you to be completely honest. Do you think your SP is better than you? Maybe you believe they have their life more together, or more attractive, or just seem cooler than you. If that resonates, you are in the right place, because this could be exactly why you're facing challenges in manifesting your specific person. I've noticed that people who struggle the most with manifesting their SP often see them as being on a pedestal, someone out of their reach. And if you answered no to my earlier questions, it might be the time to examine your beliefs about relationships or how you view them. And if you answered yes to any of those questions, it's time to dig into something even more crucial, your self-concept. Let's go. So mistake number one is doubting your assumption. This is a big one. As you know, the love assumption is all about living in the end. Like, you have to assume that what you want is already yours. But when you doubt, you're basically telling your subconscious mind, hey, I don't really believe that this is true. And that's when things start to fall apart, because your subconscious is super powerful. And if it senses doubt, it's going to reflect that doubt back to you. Let's say you're trying to manifest a relationship with your SP. You might be visualizing and affirming that you're together, but if deep down you're thinking, what if this doesn't work, or maybe they don't like me as much as I like them, you're creating resistance. It's like planting a seed and then constantly digging it up to check if it's growing. It's not going to work that way. So to fix this, you're going to start affirming your desires as if it's already true, like really believe it's happening. Practice what's called a mental diet, where you only allow thoughts that support your desired reality. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, what if they don't text me back? Immediately flip it to, of course they're going to text me back. We are already together in my reality. So it's your job to stay consistent in that belief, no matter what's happening around you. I used to catch myself doing this a lot, especially when I was just starting out with the love assumption. There were days where I'd feel super confident, then something would happen in the 3D, and I started second-guessing everything. What helped me was committing to a mental diet. I made it to a point to catch those doubtful thoughts as soon as they popped up and replace them with something more empowering. Like, instead of thinking, what if this doesn't happen? I tell myself, of course it's going to happen, it's already done. And of course it wasn't always easy, but over time those doubts got quieter. And something else that really helped me was reminding myself that the 3D world is just a reflection of my inner state. If I wanted to see changes out there, I had to stay solid in here. Okay, so mistake number 2 is becoming too attached to the outcome. And it's super common. Have you ever found yourself constantly checking your phone, hoping for a text from an SP, or obsessively scrolling through their social media just to see if they've posted something that might hint at how they feel? It's almost like you're waiting for some sign that they're thinking about you, or that they are about to reach out. I remember when I was in that space that I was just so focused on making my manifestation happen. And what I didn't realize at the time was that being so attached to something was actually pushing that thing or person away. What made a difference for me was learning to let go and trust the process, instead of obsessing over when or how it was going to happen. I started focusing on living in the end. I asked myself, how would I feel if I already had what I wanted? And I tried to embody that feeling throughout my day. I also started using techniques like visualization and affirming, but I started to do them from a place of fun and actually enjoyment, not desperation. So instead of being attached to the outcome, try shifting your focus. Instead of obsessing over when and how your SP will contact you, start feeling like you're already in the kind of relationship you want. For example, when you're hanging out with your friends or doing something you enjoy, imagine how great it feels knowing that your SP is already a part of your life. You can even think about how you naturally feel if you're already with them. This helps you stay in the state of having what you want, rather than in the state of lack. So mistake number 3 is impatience and trying to force things to happen in the 3D world. You might start thinking, I've been visualizing and affirming for weeks, why isn't anything happening? And then you might try to push or control the situation, maybe even taking actions that don't really align with your end goal. And here's a classic example. Let's say you're waiting for your SP to text you, and you're constantly checking your phone or sending follow-up messages because you're just so anxious about the wait. This impatience and forcing is a sign that you're not fully living in the end state of already having or being with your SP. Instead of trying to force things, focus on staying in the state of having what you want. Remember, creation is already complete. You don't need to hustle or chase. You just need to persist in your assumption. Like I said before, picture yourself living your ideal life with your SP and hold that feeling. It's like you were already living that reality. You wouldn't be checking your phone constantly, right? You'd be relaxed and enjoying your life. So embody that relaxed state and trust that the 3D will align with your inner state in its own time. What really helped me was realizing that patience isn't just about waiting. It's about trusting that everything is already unfolding perfectly, even if I can't see it yet. For me, it was a huge shift to stop focusing so much on when it's going to happen and start appreciating the journey itself. Sometimes I even ask myself, what if the delay is actually part of the manifestation process? What if this time is meant for me to grow or learn something important? And you know what? That thought alone helps me to relax and stay in alignment. And then there is mistake number 4, focusing on the absence instead of the presence. This one is a sneaky one because it's so easy to fall into, especially when you're really wanting something. You might catch yourself thinking things like, they're not here yet, or I'm so single. And every time you do that, you're just reinforcing that lack of what you want. This keeps you focused on what you don't have, which unfortunately keeps you stuck in that state of lack. Instead, shift your focus to the presence of your desire. You can visualize what it's like to already be with your SP, picture scenarios where you are together, enjoying each other's company. Maybe you're out on a date or just spending cozy evening together. Really feel that emotion of the experience. Another great technique is scripting. Write out your life as if they're already in it. For instance, you might write, today I had a wonderful day with Espinay and we enjoyed. You can write any activity you like. This helps you move from focusing on absence to experiencing abundance. And if you find this challenging, which is understandable, I've got these awesome sleep tapes that can help you stay aligned with your desired outcome while you sleep. And they are a great way to reprogram your subconscious mind and to make you feel lighter in the morning. So those are some of the most common mistakes people make when manifesting a specific person. And trust me, I've made every single one of them at some point. But the good news is, once you're aware of these pitfalls, it's so much easier to correct them and get back on track. Remember, manifesting isn't about forcing or obsessing. It's about aligning with the reality you want and trusting that it's already yours. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced any of these mistakes and how you've overcome them. Also, check out these sleep tapes I've created. They are designed to help you reprogram your mind and align you with your desired reality. Thank you so much for watching. Stay positive, assume the best, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!